Welcome once again to Chelan County Connection. I'm your host, Randy Rhodes. Today we welcome Corrections Deputy for Chelan County, K9 Handler, Skyler Silsby. Skyler, how are you?
I'm doing well, Randy. How are you?
Gosh, you know what? I've been looking forward to meeting you and having you on the podcast today. What have you been up to? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, it's been a busy last couple of months coming straight out of the academy. But like you said, my name is Skyler. I'm 31 years old. I started at the Chelan County Jail as a corrections deputy in March of 2024. Just taken over the canine position here at the jail June this year, and really enjoying every bit of it.
And Skyler, we're going to be welcoming a little later on in the podcast K9 Kato, right?
That's correct. I've got him right here next to me.
Oh, fantastic. Tell us about the certification that you and Kato went through this summer, real quick.
So it was a 6-week program that was hosted by the Washington Department of Corrections. The canine manager over there brought us in after Jacob set up the foundation of a relationship that he built with them. He kind of squeezed us in, did us a favor, really kept us up to speed as far as the canine unit goes. We started with a green, no training dog, trained him from ground zero. As I trained him, and we built a relationship kind of throughout that. So it was a long road, one of the hardest academies that I've been to. Definitely tested me a lot more than the other. But it was great, and I'd do it 10 times over.
Now, Skyler, you're only the second canine handler at the county jail. Tell us why you wanted this position and what do you think you bring to it?
Sure. So as most stories start as a kid, that was the big dream, right? To be a police officer, it's the cool thing. So through school, I started taking some law enforcement classes, some forensics classes with the idea that I would move into law enforcement. Life kind of took a turn, and that got put on the back burner. And I started working at a veterinary hospital, and I was there working as a tech for about 7 years, working in surgery and stuff primarily. So whenever this opportunity came up, not only am I working in the law enforcement field where I wanted, but now I get the best of both worlds. I get to work with the dogs every single day. I get to take my partner home and play that role as well. So that's super cool for me. And along with that, I mean, comes a lot of dedication and stuff too. And I think the community is the most important piece of that for me. I volunteer as a firefighter up in my local area, and being a public servant is something that I feel like I can really fit into this mold and get that community outreach in this position as well.
Well, our guests this time out on Chelan County Connection are Chelan County Corrections Deputy, Canine Handler, Skyler Silsby. And Skyler, we want to move into the realm of narcotics detecting canines in county jails around the state. It's really taken off, over the last several years with actually Chelan County leading the way. Any kind of pressure to continue in that vein?
And there absolutely is. Deputy Jacob Lewis did a phenomenal job building this program from absolutely nothing to what it is today. And sometimes, I feel almost like I have imposter syndrome some days. It's a really difficult position, but at the same time, it's very fulfilling. The biggest thing that I'm working on right now is continuing our school contracts. So the schools are able to utilize our services as the K9 unit. And I actually was able to get Mansfield on board. Mansfield School District marks the 10th school district in Chelan and Douglas County that we've added to the roster. So super excited about that. I should be meeting with them soon.
And Skyler, I know the program counts on community connections and contributions. How have you been brushing up on your public speaking lately? You've kind of been out and about.
Diving into the deep end. It has been a rush. from, I think, the first weekend after we graduated. We were sent off to North Central Washington Fairgrounds for a touch a truck. We did a 4-hour event there. We've done a handful of events every couple of weekends, it seems like now. Um, Getting big into school demonstrations, school searches, things of that nature. And then here coming up, um, we actually this past weekend went to the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society Gala. I spoke about Kato's history, his performance over the last couple of months, how he's progressed. And it's really been an interesting last couple of months. And then over the next couple of weeks, we've got events up in Waterville for trunk or treat. And we have our Wenatchee Avenue trunk or treat as well coming up. So lots of opportunity to talk to people.
Skylar, have you noticed something in particular that, maybe a majority of the students you visit with that they find fascinating?
They just want to know how he works. I would say that's the top question that I've heard from them. They're most interested in how he can specifically smell certain things, and they're they get in on the training too. I can give them the training aid, and then they ask, "Oh, what is it? How does it work?" And I was like, "It doesn't do anything. It just smells." And they hide it for me. He finds it, and that's the biggest thing.
Skylar, it's all very fascinating. And I know for myself and a lot of members of the community, we're very interested to learn more about K9 Kato, his personality, and how the two of you are bonding in this relatively short time that you've been together.
So Kato is a 3-year-old German Shepherd, and he came from, I think, the streets here in Wenatchee when he first made his appearance in the Wenatchee Humane Society. He was adopted by a family, had him less than a year, and they returned him. He wasn't a good fit. They said he had too much drive. They couldn't wear him out enough to keep him in the house. So through the Department of Corrections Training Academy, the trainer Terry Hartman actually came to Wenatchee to seek out a dog specifically for me, since I was going through the academy from the Wenatchee Valley as well. He had this big plan in the beginning that he was going to pair a Wenatchee dog with a Wenatchee guy. So when we got paired, it was kind of a surprise to me a little bit, because I was working with so many different dogs at the same time, and he was like, "All right, you're getting this dog." And I think since then it's been the best fit. He's fantastic at home. He's great with the family. He's starting to warm up a little bit now. It took him a couple of weeks here at the jail, but he's doing really well. His personality's starting to come out. He's a goofy boy. He sings at all the Ballard ambulances that roll by. And the biggest thing for him is just playing. He loves to play.
All right, our guests this time out on Chelan County Connection, Skyler Silsby, and Skyler's the corrections deputy and canine handler with the Chelan County Regional Justice Center, the Chelan County Jail. So, Skyler, how is Kato adjusting, at home and on the job?
He's doing really well. It took him a couple of weeks, and it's difficult with a dog in his situation because he's coming from the Humane Society. We don't really know his history, what he's been through, those things that kind of feed into his personality now. What I can say, though, started off, he was very unsure of being in the jail, but today I was walking him around a couple times like it's his favorite place in the world. So he's understanding. He's a dog with a job, and he's getting that job done.
And Skyler, has Kato had any, success stories at the jail yet?
He has actually here last couple of weeks. He was able to locate some marijuana in somebody's property that was coming in through the intake process. So other than that, he hasn't found anything else within any of the living units or anything. And prior to that, he had a couple of searches, and I was like, all right, we've got to find something. You know what you're looking for, right? And I would say the biggest takeaway from the academy was just the simple fact, trust your dog. As soon as I trusted him, he found it. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. Super, super proud of him.
So, Skyler, what's the reward process? Is there one at all, or?
Yeah, so he works for nothing but a ball. That's all he wants. He wants a ball and to play tug with it.
And Deputy Silsby, we know you have a couple of dogs at home. Is that right?
That's right. I've got a golden doodle and a lab.
Well, now you're the Chelan County canine handler in the jail. Got to ask the question, kind of a deep philosophical. If you were a dog, what breed would you be, and why?
You know, I've had somebody ask me this before, and some people would think it'd be a lab or a golden doodle or maybe even a shepherd. And my wife has called me a golden retriever for a long time. And she says it's in the nicest way. But she said a lot of the times you're fun, easygoing, but you're laser focused with a job. It's kind of something that I've kind of stuck with, and we'll hold on to that one.
Yeah, that's all fantastic. We really appreciate your time today. I did have a quick a question. How does Kato, interact with your other two dogs?
Dogs are part of the training process right now. We're trying to get him used to being around other dogs, things like that. Coming from the kennel, we noticed early on that he did have some issues being around other dogs. Our older dog, he does okay with. The younger puppy, the overbearing one, he's not a fan of yet. We're getting there.
Well, fantastic. And, it's so great to meet you. And can we meet Kato? Is that possible? Right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Come here, buddy.
great.
Come here. What a couple.
Oh,
What a couple.
good boy.
Come here. Right here. He's like, what are we doing? Hey. Come over here. There you go. Come here. Come here.
Oh, pretty boy.
Yeah, this is Kato.
Wow. Not only an amazing dog, but just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. He's a good boy, huh?
All right, Kato. Gosh, well, Skyler and Kato, thanks for joining us this time out. Real quick, did you have any closing thoughts on what's in the near future for you? Or
Randy, I really appreciate you having us. And the big thing for me, is, we're able to get out there, we're able to make a difference, keep our community and our schools safe. And I'm just excited to see what's right around the corner. This is barely the start. We've done so much, and I know there's a lot to come.
Well, thank you for your service, and play it safe out there, won't you?
Yeah, I sure will. Thank you very much.